Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 6, Section 1, numbers 12 and 13. 12 reads, according to the passage, which expectation do traditional authorities now face? And I've already cut and pasted answer choices A, B, C, and D. So what we want to do is, when you see this type of question, a paired question, you want to, a good general approach is go to the lines and see what's answering the question. In doing so, you could eliminate some of the answer choices. Much better than reading through the whole passage again. You know where to look. Always look to the next question if there is no line reference in the question itself to see if it's paired with the next question. So, we're looking for the expectation that traditional authorities face. If you've read the beginning, here is the beginning. News is a form of public knowledge. Unlike personal or private knowledge, such as the health of one's friends and family, the conduct of private hobby, a secret liaison, public knowledge increases in value as it is shared by more people. Looks like it's talking about public knowledge and defining public knowledge in opposition to personal or private knowledge. So, traditional authorities are not mentioned there. Not going to be A. Answer choice B, the production, circulation, and reception of public knowledge is a complex process. So it's just talking about producing it, getting it out there, how people receive it, and not talking about traditional authorities or an expectation that they face. It's not going to be B either. Answer choice C. As part of the general process of the transformation of authority, whereby there's been a reluctance to uncritically accept traditional source of public knowledge. What the heck is that even saying? So, transformation of authority, in the context of the rest of the passage, and we don't have we can't fit the whole thing here, but traditional authorities would be like the BBC, the Times of London. People were basically like, yeah, I trust it and I'm an informed citizen. I heard it on the radio or I saw it on TV, I read it in the newspaper. That is no longer true. So it's talking about people no longer, well, let's see, reluctance. People don't want to uncritically accept. They don't just accept the news without knowing where it's coming from, a traditional source of public knowledge. The demand has been for all authority to make explicit, to make obvious the frames of value which determine their decisions. So in other words, Fox News might run a story that's more Republican slanted, whereas CNN might run a story that's more liberal slanted. So people want Fox News and CNN to make obvious where they're coming from. They're not just going to accept it. So it looks like that's an expectation that traditional authorities face. We'll go to this last answer choice D. Editors are increasingly casting a glance at the most read lists on their own other websites to work out which stories matter to readers and viewers. So that sounds like it could be if this journalist who's quoted here is talking about the expectation that they're facing, they gotta basically please the readers, then that could be an expectation that traditional authorities now face. Let's see what matches up. Answer choice A, they should be uninfluenced by commercial considerations. That means the newspapers, whether or not a business is advertising their newspaper, they should not run different news stories as a result of that. It's not what it's talking about per se. Answer choice B, they should be committed to bringing about positive social change. That would be like printing feel-good stories or telling people about the homeless shelter or the dog rescue or something like that. It's not talking about that anywhere either. Answer C, they should be respectful of the difference between public and private knowledge. So this might seem to match answer choice A because it's telling us what private and public knowledge is, but it's not talking about traditional authorities being respectful of like some celebrity's personal life. Not at all. Answer choice D must be the correct answer. They, who, the traditional authorities, that's what the question's asking about, should be transparent. Transparent, what's it mean? Literally, if something's transparent, you can see through it. So it's clear. They should be clear about their beliefs and assumptions. And that is exactly what answer choice C is saying here. Like I explained about CNN and Fox News being clear about their political stance while they run their stories. the demand has been for all authority to make explicit the frames of values which determine their decisions. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with these paired questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.